Oh, hello there. I was just reading about the great land of Westeros and the Song of Whatever, written by some sort of maester or something. Hey guys, how's it going? There you are. I didn't know if you were over here or if you were over there, but it turns out you're over there. How's it going? It's YattaMagnus. I'm back to welcome you to season 5 of the YattaMagnus show. Now, seasons 1 through 4, those all happened in a crazy time. Not that it's still not a crazy time, but it's the start of a new year, and I keep wanting to look over here. It's the start of a new year, and we want to do a new presentation. Have a new setup in the background. I got some of my sweet stuff all around me, surrounding me. The walls closing in on, there you are. The walls are closing in on me with just shelves of DVDs and books and junk. I love it. Anyways, welcome to season 5. Today, I wanted to talk to you a little bit. Oh, you know, I was going to do this gag where I was going to... Oh, hello there. I was just reading about the great land of Westeros and the Song of Whatever, written by some sort of maester or something. And there's all sorts of cool stuff in this book. There's maps, there's family trees, there's sweet illustrations, you know, maps. Let's check out some maps. Let's check out here's some cool Targaryen, probably Rhaegar. No, that's Aegon the Conqueror. Anyways, this book is super rad. And I love it. It's sweet. I got some DVDs. Technically, they're Blu-rays, but they're always DVDs to me. And yeah, I'm just excited to talk about Game of Thrones. I've been watching a lot of... I also wanted to point out that I have this sweet lapel mic. And I've actually got a Y jack that goes to the cord in the side of my phone. That's right, I filmed this all from my phone. Pocket Studios. Anyways, Y jack plugs into this cord. Here, let me show you. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. There's a Velcro thing stuck to my shoelace. Let's see. So this is like a cord extender. Goes from the mic to the cord, and then from the cord to the phone. And I actually have one of those stupid iPhone dongles, little white dongles plugged in. That's plugged in, there's like so many points of failure. Anyways, you unplug this connector, put a Y jack on there, and then I can have a second person with a lapel mic talking on my show, saying, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? And then he's like, hey, what's up? I'm still in a garage that sounds very echoey, but you know, this is better than without it. And this is how season 5 is gonna be. Season 5. Here, I'll do a Jaime Lannister hand. Season 5. Which, by the way, I'm almost to season 5 on a rewatch of Game of Thrones. This is a cool region-free box set I have. I'll do a little cut to the scan of me doing this. But it's complete first, second, and third seasons and shows a sweet map. And then we've got Crow for All Men Must Die, season 4. And then we've got the complete 5th season with a sweet dragon thing. And the Targaryen sigil. Oh my goodness, this thing got caught on my shoelace again. Anyways, yeah, here's that Velcro strap. Touches my shoelace and that's it. That's done for. I've also got a heater. Let's see. I don't know how much worse does this sound, because honestly, being able to have this heater on would be great while I do this. If the lapel mic is good enough, I don't know. This is a test. This might be the last time you hear a heater on in the background, or it might be the first of many. man, I keep wanting to look right there, but I should look there. Anyways, I'm sure it's going to be a little bit weird. I don't know what to focus on, if I'm focusing on like the phone or if I need to focus on something way back there. But anyways, welcome. I'm on season 4. The actual episode I'm on, by the way, is the Mountain and the Viper. So I'm like halfway through the episode. And you Game of Thrones people out there, you'll know what I'm talking about. So far I'm doing spoiler free. I guess I'll say spoiler free until I announce spoilers. And then it goes spoilers. And then cuts to spoilers. So anyways, it's spoiler time. Wait, no, it's not spoiler time. But I'm on an episode, Mountain and the Viper. There's a lot of cool names for the episodes, chapter names, and if you're kind of a Game of Thrones nerd, you've seen it at least once. You're gonna know what I'm talking about when I say red wedding, purple wedding, Mountain Clegane Bowl. I guess it's a little spoilery, but at the same time, just go watch Game of Thrones. You hear a lot of bad stuff because it really didn't end on a very, it didn't end the way that people wanted it to end, the show. Without spoiling too much, people are a bunch of whiny babies who just need to have stories be the way they want them. Otherwise, they're not worth watching and they want to boycott it and they want to demand a different cut. You know what though? I love the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut is bomb, dude. I've watched it 3 times in the weekend that it came out. And it's a freaking 4-hour movie. Anyways, people are a bunch of spoiled babies when it comes to freaking movies, and TV shows and how they end, and it's not doing it for me anymore. And I'm like, nah, man, let the storytellers tell the story. I mean, when the audience gets involved in the creative process, you end up with some crazy stuff like Twin Peaks. For all you Twin Peaksers out there, I'm going to do some Twin Peaksy talking at some point. Man, that shirt really isn't that flattering. Anyways. Game of Thrones. I wanted to talk to you about Game of Thrones because I still love Game of Thrones. I always will love Game of Thrones. I think it's one of those generation-defining shows. It's very similar to Lost in that people don't like how it ended. It's very similar to The Sopranos in that people don't like how it ended. But you know what? People are a bunch of spoiled babies. They need to just accept the ending, accept the story as told by the storyteller, and just be okay with it. If you liked it, cool. If you didn't like it, whatever. You can still even find things you like. Seasons 1 through 7 show that people love the show. And then season 8, people didn't like. And I only have one complaint. I probably have more, but if I had to go and fight on a hill for this one thing, I would say I wanted ice spiders. Big ice spiders that were scary crawling over a castle wall. That's all I wanted, and this show did not deliver on my gosh dang ice spiders. But anyways, I still love I still love Game of Thrones. I can, as an authority figure on the subject, I've watched through it. It's okay. I describe Game of Thrones as a show that you can endlessly watch. It's like Lord of the Rings. I can watch Fellowship and go to Return of the King and then just go right back to it. Hobbit ones I'll throw in there every once in a while just because they've got some likable qualities and the atmosphere and whatever. Yeah, they're kind of wrecked, but whatever. Anyways, it's like that. It's like Star Wars. It's like Indiana Jones. But I guess I'm talking in terms of movies. Let's talk in terms of TV shows. Simpsons. I can watch Simpsons endlessly. I can watch Seinfeld endlessly. I can literally just put it on random and watch any episode and be happy. Like I don't need to skip around. In terms of music. Oh, I got my wires coming out of here. In terms of music, you got stuff, like the Beatles for me. The Beatles, which by the way, he's sitting on my anthology DVD set. Anyways, Beatles, endlessly listenable. Pizza, endlessly eatable. Cheeseburger. You'll never get tired of cheeseburger. You'll always love cheeseburger. You can always have cheeseburger. You can put more lettuce on it, more pickles on it, more tomatoes on it. You can take them off. You can always have more cheeseburger. Pizza, you can always put more good stuff on it or put bad stuff on it, but it's always pizza. Anyways, Game of Thrones, let's go back to Game of Thrones, because I don't even know where I was at and why I was talking about food. But you guys will know, because I'll cut back to it and then it'll remind you and be like, oh yeah, and then I'll be way off topic. But anyways, endlessly watchable. That's what it was. Endlessly watchable. Game of Thrones. I've got this, I don't have it handy, but I have these little business card holders. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That's what holds the thing. But anyways, I have these business card holders that hold a phone on it, like a little phone stand. And I have them spread out my house. And you can just kind of put your phone on it and like do dishes and have a little phone sitting there with a TV show, and I'll have like one AirPod in my ear or whatever. And yeah, music is fine, but I can put on like Game of Thrones. And yeah, I got to be careful with that one, because there's a lot of stuff that's not okay for kids in Game of Thrones. So remember that. And remember that there's a particular age that they should watch Game of Thrones at, and it's not young. It's like 15. At 15, Game of Thrones is A-okay. But anyways, I hope that this episode sounds good. I'm trying not to be, I don't know if I need to clip it lower or further away from my face, if my voice is like destroying the volume, the microphone, if when I laugh it's like popping and stuff. I don't know. Anyways, back to Game of Thrones. I could watch this show endlessly. I'll put it on that little phone stand, the business card stand, and I'll do dishes and I'll just watch Game of Thrones. I do the same for Sopranos. I do the same there's a bunch of shows I do it for. But currently my big one is Game of Thrones. I'm doing a rewatch. And I'm on season 4, episode 7, let's say. And I think that one's called The Mountain and the Viper. Very good episode. I'm looking forward to the conclusion. I'm halfway through the episode. But I just wanted to talk to you about Game of Thrones today. We're going around in a circle. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for, if you share this video, I doubt you will, but if you shared it with anyone, thank you. Thank all of you. I love you all. Have a lovely day. Go be yourselves and go have some good times. Watch some Game of Thrones. If you haven't watched it in a long time, it's definitely worth it. Don't let season 8 ruin that for you. Don't be one of those people. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Peace.
Give me back my son!